What's up guys, welcome back for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Duel video. It's back, Challenger appears, Adamancipator. I feel that, and again, one of the comments in the previous videos is that someone gave me the idea to try it out. Adamancipator against like a couple of, I'm not really sure how many duels I have left against the decks from this year's Cross-Banlist Cup are paired against Adamancipator. So this is the list I'm using, pretty standard nowadays, I guess. So no side deck, as you know, Challenger appears series, just one duel, no side deck. Again, that's quite important to keep in mind. Again, the side deck is new since this year's Cross-Banlist Cup. But hey, let's just keep the flow going. And, well, going first, going second, obviously. And I can definitely agree with that particular comment, is that I feel, and again I agree, is that how Adamancipators are now, they might seem like one of the best decks ever in this game's history. Like, follow me on this one. I mean, the deck has the ability to go first, it can go second. Obviously you want to go first, less interruption from your opponent. In today's format, there are a gazillion amount of hand traps. Nibiru, for example, is a big one. Blossom is cool, but again, the deck has the ability to play through multiple hand traps, let alone it's playing the Quacky Marrow Guardian as well to potentially immediately shut down the first hand trap that is, like Blossom, like Nibiru. So yeah, and on top of that, it has the ability to run the Helgi Fiber-X, Needle Fiber too. It's, I mean, I don't need to explain Needle Fiber, but it's just a crazy card. One card, full combo, I mean, one tuner, and you know, like, the deck runs so many tuners that can easily special summon themselves to the field, can turn themselves into multiple pluses if you hit a rock, and just one Needle Fiber with Link Cross. With the tokens as well, you can do so much, and even, like, here in this case, like the first duel was against Dark Synchro, you know, like multiple Omega shenanigans. I definitely needed an Nibiru, because Dark Synchro has the ability to rip your entire hand apart, but Adamancipator does have the potential ability to play through that, since Dark Synchro isn't, well, no, that's not true. Okay, yeah, Dark Synchro is able to get out one negation, monster negation, in the form of Crystal Wing. But that's why Nibiru and Dark Ruler no more are in the main deck, right? So going second again against Chaos, I don't think I have to fear something. Maybe Torrential Tribute, Ring of Destruction probably already would have been activated. The link with Yugioh is cute, but it was broken back in the old school days, getting the free plus. But now, I mean, against Adamancipators and their one-card engines, it doesn't really do much. Well, maybe like it maybe helps getting out those golems in the graveyard, right? So it's, as a whole, I can definitely agree, or I can definitely see Adamancipators as one of the best engines, if not decks ever. Like ever in this game's history because of that. Those one-card engines, the ability to main deck those side deck cards like, again, Dark Ruler no more, Nibiru and so yeah, and this is game, right? And of course, like Block Dragon, giving the 3 free searches, the extra body, free discard fodder, it does too much, right? This is a good one. Like two quote-unquote easy opponents. Well, Dark Synchro was a close one if it wasn't for the Nibiru. But Chaos, in theory, should have been an easy matchup. Third matchup against Thunders. Going second, and like, I believe this is like one of the best openings Thunders could have. Like 1 or 2 Colossus and Titan, of course, here in this case for double interruption. And the second interruption here, and the Signs definitely comes into play and comes in clutch, needing or giving me the follow-up play I need. And now eventually Doki as well, getting out Gigas, and this should be game, right? Glove on the field, and yeah, again, as soon as you're able to get off Fiber, Helgi Fiber, it's game. Because of the new combo, going for Link Cross, going for a Marcher, no Formula Synchron, but that's not needed, just, you know, let your Link Cross giving you 1 token. And use that token to go for the level 6 Synchro, and again, keep in mind, due to Marcher, your level 6 Synchro is not threatened as a tuner, treated as a tuner. So, again, okay, you need Doki, and I've seen builds from Adamancipator playing like a normal level 2 monster, I'm not really sure, it's like a rock or an earth, that has the ability to, I believe, special summon it from the hand, I think so. That's also a good one, because again, it's searchable off of Block Dragon. Just basically upgrading, and yeah, on top of that, like, does the deck need more reasons to already be considered one of the best engines or decks? Konami decides to give it like an in-themed bouncer, like a multiple compulsory in one being Dragite. I mean, and on top of it, it's a negator as well. Like, does it need more? It doesn't make sense. Made some like a small change throughout. I believe throughout these duels, dropped the Crystal Wing from the extra deck in favor of Union Carrier and the Buster Lock. Why not? Like, Buster Lock. The thing is that Union Carrier is definitely a staple. It can search out your Block Dragon, it can search out your Dragon Buster, and, well, it's basically game against a lot of decks, unless your opponent has like the Spell and Trap Disruption card. But then again, it needs to go through your Dragite, your Boral Savage, your whatever, right? It just doesn't make sense, this deck. So yeah, like how it is now, I'm honest, I feel this is definitely... It might actually be the best deck in this game's history, but I have some plans, like more decks. If you have like more suggestions of decks that should be featured here, again, like always, feel free to leave it down below. This is really fun. I mean, you see that the video length, it's really cool to play test this like our current top tier deck, or like any top tier deck, and see how powerful it is against its like you know, previous top tier decks like from this game's history, right? Like, best deck at their prime, I guess. Oh, something I forgot is that, like, the theme you see here from YgoPro, it's not standard. I'll leave a link in the video description to the Devianart from Ace. Again, feel free to check that one out. It's really cool, like the obelisk one as you see here in the background. It just gives you like a nice extra experience to play here on YgoPro. So really cool. Again, feel free to check out the link in the video description to Ace's Devianart, yeah, Devianart channel, not Discord. Anyway, okay, so yeah, going second, Ravine Rulers, Dragon Ruler, Super Rejuvenation Ruler. So, I mean, both decks are very similar to just one thing is that, okay, let's use up all our entire hands, or all cards, right? And in case of Dragon Rulers, maybe a Super Rejuvenation, and your monsters on the field are big beat sticks, big boss monsters like Draco, Sek, or whatever. And then you have your hand traps, Triple Veiler, Triple Maxi, that's basically it. And there's a potential emptiness. If there was an emptiness, game over. But no emptiness, so I can keep playing. Yeah, I can keep playing. And that's the thing here, and that's, I believe, the only equal thing they both have to each other is, okay, let's vomit big boss monsters, big beat sticks to the field. But the big difference is that nowadays, in 2020 compared to 2013, where rulers were like the big guys, is that our boss monsters now do have like much stronger effects: negation, disruption, destruction. That's the difference. And here, Maxi, whatever, it really doesn't matter. The only thing here to interrupt my place is a potential effect failure, but there was a Savage on the field. There was a Quakimeru Guardian on the field to potentially negate already a second copy of failure. So again, I don't need to fear anything. And yeah, I didn't use my Dark Ruler no more, so I can just go for damage, and this should be game. If I'm not mistaken. I'm not really sure if there's Scarecrow in the main deck, but just think, I mean, Savage can still negate, and yeah, Appaloosa as well. Appaloosa. You have all those big negation bosses, and we haven't talked about Appaloosa as well. So yeah, going second, extra link GOUKIs, let's go. So okay, like in theory, Master Rule 5 shouldn't really be hindered by the extra link. Well, it is. Again, Healthy Fiber X is a really, well, it's not really the, no, that's not correct. I want to say it's not really to go to extra deck monsters, because it is. If you're able to get out of a Healthy Fiber X, it's game over. Because again, one card vomits everything to the field with less or low card investment and high rewards as a whole. But the fact that this card has so many engines, so many starters, has backed up negation, interruption, makes it just so ridiculous. So again, the standard extra link combo, and there is indeed the extender in the hand in the form of instant fusion. Again, Call by the Grave, as you see here, Ash Blossom, but oh, don't worry, this is Adamancipators. Okay, so extra link with double Mermaid indeed, so again extra link with the full Tri-Gate lock as well, the Ash Blossom and the Call by the Grave set. Okay, so I can't go for the extra deck summon unless it's a link summon, but again, yeah, both extra monster zones are packed, are used up, so I need to get rid of those. I need to play around Disruption, so the potential Tri-Gate is a big issue. I didn't use my Quacking Mirror Guardian on the Ash Blossom because I needed the extra level 4 to cover the potential level 8 Synchro play. And again, those follow-up plays, and also, yeah, important is that Tri-Gate banishes the card, so that would have meant that my Science was not live. So Tri-Gate eventually forced out, and yeah, again, if it wasn't for Helki Firex, probably would have been game, like a weak extra deck board, but nope, just Helki Firex fixes everything. Get out Reptite, and again, if you're somewhat lucky, well, even then, I mean, you have so many targets to hit. You're going for the rank 4 XC to search out a big boss monster, Block Dragon, and yeah, that's game. I mean, going for Unicorn. Sadly, no, yeah, indeed, no Nibiru, no Dark Ruler, no more. That already would have been much easier. I went for Unicorn just in case, again, because it's dark and I want to get off the Dragon Buster lock, but I was lucky here, hitting the level 2 normal monster in the form of Doki, so I'm able to go for Boral Savage, which is the dark needed for my Dragon Buster. So again, if Extra Link GOUKI is not able to use the extra deck, that's game over. And again, this is just game 1, I guess, without a side deck, I mean. So again, you don't really have to, well, even then, you have the Appaloosa, you have the Boral Savage that could potentially negate like that Spell and Trap Destruction, right? So yeah, what can I say? Doki is some, well, this game, right? I mean, I eventually going for Dweller as well, hitting the Guardian also. So now there is a Dweller and the Herald is going to hit the field. Herald is like that small macro Cosmos with only 4 when cards are sent, I believe, from the hand and deck, yeah, to the graveyard. So, and yeah, more than enough to attack for a game, right? Infernities, okay, so Trishula hand loop, Infernities, that has the ability to, if it opens, okay, it definitely has the ability to put a triple Trishula during the first turn, and depending on the follow-up plays with like Brionex shenanigans could maybe get off another Trishula, but that depends. You need some extenders for that, but I'm going to get Trishula, I believe 3 times, 2 or 3 times, I believe 3 times, but again, guys, relax, this is Adamancipator. Ridiculous deck. So Brionex is going to get used, yep, indeed. And the 2 sets are quite frightening. And this hand, what can I do? And ooh, this is a close one. I needed that tuner because my other plays would have been maybe go for like a rank 4 exceed. And you know, like, what 10 plus the potential double sets. There's like, not really sure, like Rakeki Break, not live, Solemn Judgment, very huge, prevent the Block Dragon from being searched, but the second set, I don't fear that much. Not really sure how many Solemns the deck is playing, the Infinity deck is playing, but there is like Call of the Haunted, there is Rakeki Break, which is not live, there is of course the potential Bluff, because again, this Infinities, they need to set their entire hand, and I was kinda banking on the Bluff. So going for Dragite, Helki Firex is in the graveyard, so I could potentially negate the set. So bounce 4, and because I bounced back a back row, I eventually thought that, nah, I don't think I need to go for Boral Savage, but I probably should have gone for Savage, just in case. I mean, you know, it could have been like a dead set and maybe a top deck, what is it called, like level 1, that tribute itself gets to Infernity, so that might have been dangerous. So I probably should have gone for Boral Savage, and I think I was able to go for Union Carrier as well, so Union Carrier and Boral Savage for the extra deck lock, but whatever, doesn't really matter too much. I believe the other Rakeki Break, it will just get negated. Also having Appaloosa on the field helps out, and Infinities only left at 4k life points. So going for Herald, there is Savage that will eventually deal the last damage to attack her game, right? So it feels frightening, right? I mean, going second, and okay, no Nibiru, that's cool, and the deck isn't really running Blossoms, like side deck Blossoms. or depending on which deck. I mean, it's common, but you can't really go full on hand traps because you want to have your rocks, right? Or a healthy amount of rocks in your deck. The last one against Pendulums. So this is Pendulums with, basically ElectrumIte Turbo, Master Rule 4 at its prime. The deck was able to be played for like a couple of, or maybe 1 weekend, 2 weekends, and then the deck was axed because it had access to multiple Astrograph Sorcerer, ElectrumIte, triple Wavering Eyes, so that's actually quite broken, like really broken. And also, what is it called? Double Iris, yeah, Double Iris. But I believe the version here is running one trap, so that's instant disruption, a powerful one as we saw from the Cross-Banlist Cup series against a lot of older decks. It's a crucial card here. Luckily, the Dark Ruler No More is missed, or has been missed by the Omega, so I still have a chance. Dark Ruler No More does two things. It does shut down the Vortex, and of course negates the what is it called, the Time Star. So now the trap card can only disrupt one, since again there is no purple Poison Magician in an extra monster zone. Kinda playing around here on the, well, we knew the trap was there, right, and the Blossom was already activated, so again, if it wasn't for Helgi Firex, my field would have been a lot weaker, but, well, Helgi Firex to the rescue, it fixes everything. The deck lets you play through hand traps, and if you have one tuner and one brick, it turns itself into a Helgi Firex, and that's game, because again, Reptide, and you can do much more and so much shenanigans. And going for the rank 4, I don't think Dark Ruler No More is activated, but I'm just kinda banking on the Compulse effect of Dragite, hopefully hitting at least 2, so I can bounce back the Exceed and the Fusion, preferably like 3 to bounce back Decode Talker as well, and it doesn't target, don't forget that. So Dragite, that's 1, 2 and 3. yes, so bounce back 3, and this should be game, because I do have the ability to, okay, no block dragon. So going for Union Carrier, and again Unicorn getting the beneficial draw, but Unicorn again is a dark needed to prevent the Pendulum deck from using its extra deck. So long duel, long video, but I think it's just really fun to playtest this deck against like a lot of old school decks. So again, if you want, feel free to leave suggestions of decks you want to see featured here in like a Challenger Peer series. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.